Welcome back to the channel, members. Today we're going to be taking a walkthrough of this abandoned housing project that's located in North Philly. I want to take a look at it and see what it looks like. I know it may be in despair. They boarded it up and closed it a few years ago, and I guess they relocated all the residents elsewhere. So we're going to see what it looks like in 2023. We're approaching Boston Street. I'm gonna cross on the left-hand side. As you can see on my left-hand side, there is the metal gates that they used to seal it up. Let's make this left right here. Let's go inside it. So that's open right there on my left. I actually hear noise down there. Somebody's probably breaking pipes. Either breaking pipes to scrap or sleeping in there. But if you're sleeping, I don't think you'd be making money. Trying to make noise, you know what I mean? These are open over here. Yeah, I hear banging in that one. Somebody is definitely inside them. There's a whole fish tank. So that door right there is what's facing the street side. But you can see that there's some basketballs. You can see all the cabinetry still here. Looks like an electronic. You can look inside the drawer. Look down, you look inside the drawer. There's still poly grip. Whoever lived in here probably needed dentures. You look up, you look at the ceiling. It's all ripped apart. It looked like they went through the wall. So somebody already came in here for all the copper wire. Because you look at the wall, they ripped right through the wall. They hit it with a hammer and they cut all the electric wire. That electric wire has copper in it. Look at. Look at. They literally, if you look at where all the ports are at, somebody was already in here. You see right there? Yep. Oh, there's a car radio right there, but there's no face connected to it. Wonder if anybody's upstairs. Don't want to fall through the floor either. It looks like an electronic up there. But as you can see, they got all the electrical wiring. It's a bathroom. It's worth money. Wow, they left the whole bed set, boots. So it almost seems like they moved these people straight up and out, because a lot of their belongings are still in place. All the electrical's gone. Look at the wall. Looks like somebody probably be sitting right here looking out the window because there's a brush there. So somebody probably stays here. Respectfully, if I see somebody in here sleeping, I'll just mind my business and head out. Ah, there's a little weed grinder. Look at a weed grinder and a bag. Wow. Pretty interesting experience for the 360, right? Look at there's tapes. Wow, VHS and not VHS, cassette tapes. That's incredible. This was a pretty big apartment. I didn't know that these were this big. 3 stories? Yeah, I didn't know this was a 3-story. I didn't know this was a 3-story until now. Alright, let's keep this virtual tour moving forward. Look at the helmet. There's no sea life in there. Or in this case, tank life. Any tank life stuff live in there. So, as you guys can see, oh, they are 3-story. Drug-free zone. I didn't know. These are 2-story, so I don't know. For some reason, I was under the impression that they were all 2-story. But look at, you can see a lot of the gates pulled open. So whoever's in that first building making noise is probably the person that's cleaning out all these buildings and taking all the electrical. The doors are pretty heavy duty. Look at these doors. These doors are heavy duty. But look, they found a point of entry. Oh wow, it's pretty tight though. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. This looks like that building over there is the one that they're taking stuff from now. I'm gonna walk around it, show you guys the 2 towers. These 2 towers, they're high-rise projects. They used a shot of this for one of the later Rocky movies, the Creed, I believe. I think Creed 1. I also, before Creed 1, used this. I thought it was a really cinematic set of projects, and I used these 2 for a music video that I shot in Philadelphia. I shot a music video in that park across the street. The music video was called Wage, W-A-G-E, which stands for We All Gonna Eat, and the artist was One John. It's on my page. And I flew the drone right over those projects, and it looked so decent. It looked so nice. Then I saw it in the Rocky movie, and I'm like, what? So this was a little private community, as you can see. They had their own parking, their own dumpsters, little playground, their own vegetation, their own trees. Look at, we got a fire extinguisher. Now this looks open too. Wow. There's probably people definitely living inside here. That's pretty cool. Normally I would go inside something like this, but this is going to be a short VR video. I wanted to actually focus on the external portion of this project. I didn't plan on going inside of it. I didn't know this was even going to be open. But every time they seal it, I guess somebody finds a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Look at, they even try to open this up. Look at, they welded it. They welded it because, see, they open up the door. They always find a way. Look at, they welded it. Because they opened it up. Last time I came through here, this was sealed pretty good. Wow. That's the park right across the street. You can see SEPTA Amtrak. Look up. Wow, look on the top of that project. Sloan and Radical. Somebody hung off of that building with a paint roller and some paint to put their name up top. S-L-O-A-N, Sloan Radical, R-A-D-I-C-L. They didn't even fit the A-L. I guess maybe they ran out of space. Wow. So remember, at any point in time, you can look up, down, left, right, look all around. Wow. That's incredible. To think that there was probably a couple hundred lives here, a lot of families, a lot of memories, probably good memories, probably bad memories. But this is where people used to socialize at. Look at that little bench, park bench. Kids used to play here. Now it's like a ghost town. The bad thing about going inside those buildings to explore is that let's say you get up to like the 8th floor and you get to this corner and there's somebody residing in there and they're not happy with you being in there, you got to have at least a weapon or something on you to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Look at right here. Here's another point of entry. Somebody's mirror. There's a ladder right there too. Documentation, all maintenance personnel regarding the timesheets. Look at timesheets over there. And look at all that pipe. There's a bunch of metal pipe here. So somebody low-key is probably making money every day while living here. Look at, there's a speaker box on the floor. Is there any speakers in it? Yeah, there's a speaker. There's a speaker in that speaker box. Look at, so right now, technically we're on private property. Look at, we're behind the gate. And there's cameras there, but look at the cameras. They cut the wires. You see that? They cut the wires so nobody can, I don't know if they were still functioning. Wow, look at fallout shelter. Oh, this is considered a fallout shelter? Get out of here. Radioactive capacity, fallout shelter. Dang, now I know. There's a free fallout shelter nearby. Look down, guys. There's a hole. Look down, look down, look down. Look down in that hole. Matter of fact, I'm about to flip upside down. You guys can look all around and see how it looked like in there. That's what's cool about this VR technology. Yeah, they cut the wires, y'all. Yeah, copper fetches some pretty good money. And if all these buildings still have a fair amount of copper in them, you can make anywhere from $15 to $30 a day. And for a poor person, $15 to $30 a day is more than enough to get some food, a beer, and probably a pack of smokes for those people who smoke. So this bar used to be open. There used to be a lot of shooting out there. They even shot a music video too out there back in the day. You can see the graph that's on it. It's a dead inside pastor. They still got the air conditioners and all that there. And they got a ladies sign. It says ladies with an arrow pointed in. But public notice of application alcoholic beverages, it's been closed. So 10th Street's over there. We came from 10th Street on our left hand side. We have Alder Street here. Let's walk around the front side, but you can see the project from here. You can see how tall it is. It's a pretty tall building. I think I've been up there once. I was like on the 10th floor. I was visiting with like a friend, and I came up here I think once. I think one of my cousin's friends, my cousin who passed away, she had a friend in there, but I tagged her along, so I got to go in there once in my lifetime. But when I went in there, they were still living there. The building wasn't abandoned. But I do remember that there was a strong odor of urine in the elevator. I don't know why people would do that, would pee in the elevator. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's the place you're living. Why would you pee in the elevator? I see another point of entry right there. You could climb up that and get up there. You see how that's broken open? And here's the park. We're at Cumberland, 11th and Cumberland. That park, that's where we shot the music video for Wage at. Look straight up. Wow. You can see the hangers. People were hanging their clothes. It almost seems like they just got everybody up and out of there, and it's like, grab what you can, everything else leave it behind. That's a lot of residents to relocate. We have police on our right hand side. It's a lot of residents to relocate. You can see where we just came from on my left hand side. The building is falling under urban despair, urban decay. Now I'll tell you something. I'll tell you that some investors are probably going to end up making an offer for this building, and this is probably going to end up getting revitalized and end up probably getting turned into lofts. Yo, watch. Look at the entrance here. Same thing with the entrance here. They welded it. You see? They straight up just welded it. They put a bunch of pieces of steel and they welded it. That's crazy, right? The cameras, there's still a camera right there. Looked like that could have been like a tool room. We're next to the 23 bus stop. Center City is right over there, over those trees. You'll see Center City. You probably can barely make it out because trees are blocking. You got a little community garden on my right hand side. We're gonna make this left on York Street though. We just came off of 11th and York. So I'm sure those buildings still get explored. I'm more than sure somebody's probably living in. If I was homeless and I had no place to stay, this would be a place that would be a potential hangout. You know what I mean? Just go to one of them very top floors. Just make sure you're out of there before they demolish it. Because I don't know if they're gonna rehabilitate it or demolish it, but could you imagine they demolish it? Like, do they do a pre-check before they demolish to make sure that it's completely empty? Or do they just start closing it off and demolish the building? But I foresee investors buying this out and they're gonna rehabilitate it. Whether they turn it into lofts or they just level out the whole block and probably make some new buildings, you know what I mean? But it has such a prime, hello. It has such a prime location near Center City. It's like 7 minutes away from Center City. 6-7 minutes, really close to City Hall. Look at these are the backyards. That's where we came from over there on my left hand side. We came from over there. There's a lot of open lots here too. Plenty of space to develop around here. Look at, we're next to the bus stop where we started off at. This is where a lot of people were standing at in the beginning. Check it out, open lot, open lot, open lot, 10th and York. People would stand right here in front of the abandoned projects to wait for the bus.